yo! Welcome back to my channel, Said Sek1.
Chapter 10 Correlation Analysis. Meaning of correlation. Correlation refers to the association between variables. When an association exists between two variables, it means that the average value of one variable changes as there is a change in the value of other variable. A positive correlation means that as one variable increases, the other variable increases. Example, height of a child and age of the child. Negative correlation implies as one variable increases, the other variable decreases. Example, value of a car and age of the car. Next topic, correlation and causation. Spurious correlation and influence of third variable. Observed spurious correlation. Positive correlation between amount of ice cream sold and death by drowning at the beach during summer. Influence of third variable. Summer season. Ice cream sales and drowning tend to be high during the warm months of the year. Next point, shoe size and reading performance for elementary school children. Age, older children have larger shoe sizes and read better. Next point, number of doctors in region and number of people dying from disease. Population density. In highly dense areas, there are more doctors and more people die. Next point, number of police officers and number of crimes. Population density. In highly dense areas, there are more police officers and more crimes. Next point, teachers' salaries and the price of vegetables. Time. Both tend to increase over time. Next topic, types of correlation. Correlation may be positive and negative correlation. Second, linear and non-linear correlation. Positive and negative correlation. Positive correlation. If two variables change in the same direction, that is, if one increases, the other also increases, or if one decreases, the other also decreases, then this is called a positive correlation. For example, heights and weights. Second one, negative correlation. B. If two variables change in opposite direction, that is, if one increases, the other decreases, and vice versa, then the correlation is called a negative correlation. For example, TV registrations and cinema attendance. Next topic, linear and non-linear correlation. If the graph is in a straight line, the correlation is called a linear correlation, and if the graph is not in a straight line, the correlation is non-linear or curvilinear. Degrees of correlation. Perfect correlation. If two variables change in the same direction and in same proportion, the correlation between the two is perfect positive. According to Carl Pearson, the coefficient of correlation in this case is positive 1. Second one, absence of correlation. Second one, absence of correlation. If two series of two variables exhibit no relation between them, then we can firmly say that there is no correlation or correlation between the two variables. Next topic, degrees of correlation. Second one, absence of correlation. If two series of two variables exhibit no relations between them, then we can firmly say that there is no correlation between the two variables. Third one, limited degrees of correlation. If two variables are not perfectly correlated or there is a perfect absence of correlation, then we term the correlation as limited correlation. Degree and type of correlation. Heading: Degrees: absence of correlation, positive 0, negative 0. Next point, perfect correlation, positive 1, negative -1. Next point, high degree, 0.75 to positive 1, negative 0.75 to negative 1. Moderate degree, next point, 0.25 to 0.75, negative 0.25 to negative 0.75. Next point, low degree, 0 to 0.25, 0 to minus 0.25. Next heading, properties of coefficient of correlation or correlation coefficient. First point, the correlation coefficient R lies between -1 to +1. Second point, the correlation coefficient R is the pure number and is independent of the units of measurement of the variables. Next heading, methods of determining correlation. Following are the most commonly used methods: scatter plot, Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation, Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. First heading, scatter plot or scatter diagram or dot diagram. Scatter plot, also called scatter diagram, are used to graphically investigate the possible relationship between two variables without calculating any numerical value. These are 7 types of correlations. There are 7 types of correlations. A. Perfect positive correlation. B. High degree of positive correlation. C. Low degree of positive correlation. D. Perfect negative correlation. E. High degree of negative correlation. F. Low degree of negative correlation. G. No correlation. Next heading, Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. R equal to sigma xy divided by n standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. Mu x is equal to root of sigma x square by n and mu y is equal to root of sigma y square by n. R is equal to sigma x into y whole divided by root of sigma x square into root of sigma y square. First one, by using actual mean method, R is equal to sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar whole divided by root of sigma x minus x bar whole square into root of sigma y minus y bar whole square. Second one, by assumed mean method, R is equal to sigma dx into dy minus sigma dx into sigma dy divided by n whole divided by root of sigma dx square minus sigma dx whole square by n into root of sigma dy square minus sigma dy whole square by n. Third and last method, by direct method, R is equal to n sigma x into y minus sigma x into sigma y whole divided by root of n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square into root of n sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. Now let us discuss the index question 10.1. First question. It has been noted that there is a positive correlation between the IQ level and the size of women's shoes. With smaller size of shoes of women corresponds to lower intelligence level, and higher size of shoes of women corresponds to higher intelligence of women. Comment on the conclusion that economic factors cause hemlines to rise and fall. Answer. A positive correlation doesn't exist. However, correlation doesn't imply causation. Second question. A researcher has a large number of data pairs age height of human beings from birth to 70 years. He computes a correlation coefficient. Would you expect it to be positive or negative? Why? Answer. Positive, since in general people grow in height increasing with age. Next, index question 10.2. What sort of correlation would be expected between a company's expenditure on health and safety and the number of work related accidents? Answer is B, negative. Second question. When R is negative, one variable increases in value. The answer is C. The other variable decreases in value. Index question 10.3. The coefficient of correlation ranks between answer B, -1 and +1. Second question. If two variables are absolutely independent of each other, the correlation between them must be answer B is equal to 0. Third question. The coefficient of correlation, the answer is cannot be larger than 1. Fourth question. If height is independent of average yearly income, what is the predicted correlation between these two variables? Answer is C is equal to 0. A student produces a correlation of positive 1.3. This is answer C is equal to an impossible correlation. If next question 6. If A scored the top mark in the appendices test on computing, and the correlation between the test and the test on English language was positive 1.0, what positive did A get in test on English language? Answer is C, top. Next question 7. Which correlation is the strongest, positive 0.65 or minus 0.70? Answer is A is equal to minus 0.70. Seventh question. The symbol for the Karl Pearson correlation coefficient is answer D is equal to R. For a normal, next question 8. For a normal good, if price increases, then the quantity demand decreases. What type of correlation coefficient would you expect in this situation? Answer is D is equal to negative. Next, index question 10.4. First question, give a set of paired data x, y. A question, if y is independent of x, then what value of a correlation coefficient would you expect? Answer, r is equal to 0. B question, if y is linearly dependent on x, then what value of a correlation coefficient would you expect? Answer, r is equal to 1 or r is equal to minus 1. Second question, state whether the following statement is true or false. If a positive correlation exists between height and weight, a person with above average height is expected to have above average weight. Index question 10.5. First question, positive values of covariance indicate. Answer D, positive relation between two variables.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like and press the bell button. Thank you.